I'll go ahead and take a look at the live channel, the live feed, and we'll see if it's everything's working for everybody. So everyone, if you're out there, we are just testing this out to make sure it's all working properly. My name is Stephen Munson. I appreciate you coming out tonight, and if you're part of the team or you're brand new, we got some exciting things to cover and a lot of things happening right now. So it looks like we're live and it's not actually on the site. So let me go ahead and fix that. While I'm fixing, I think that actually has to get fixed unanimously. So let's go ahead and pause this. Okay.
What, it's not streaming it, or?
Yeah, it's not streaming it. It's okay. I'll have it fixed in just a second. It's all these little technical codes that, you know, I know nothing about. They're like little squiggly lines and like this and this way and quotation marks and symbols and codes. I mean, it is just a whole nother level of learning. But, you know, the cool thing is when you do learn this kind of stuff, I mean, you really feel blessed that you kind of stuck through it because it's extremely hard to learn it. So, let me try to get this set up. If you guys could just give me just a brief moment, maybe you guys could chit-chat back and forth, and we'll just get this set up in a quick second.
Hey, what is it, Juan? Is that your name? Can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm learning. It's pretty much my first Google Hangout ever, man.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, I've seen your videos. You guys are great, man. Congratulations on building on this. Yeah.
Thank you. Where are you calling in from?
Well, I am from Colombia. I'm calling you from Medellin. It's the most innovative city in the world.
The most dangerous?
No. It's the most innovative city. Check out the City of the Year in Citigroup, and you'll find that.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of that place. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. This whole place is just beautiful. I don't know, everything. The girls, the climate, like everything. It's really good, man. You should come here.
For sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're almost there. I need like 2 more minutes. Hopefully this works, and if it works, I mean, we're pretty much, we're set for life here. We are set for life. We can do these every night, and I tested a little bit ago.
That's why we joined Jam, right?
That's what we're jamming for here. Okay.
You got it.
Oh yeah, baseline. Oh yeah, baseline. Oh yeah.
Okay, so I looks like I didn't. I have to put autoplay autoplay equals 0 exclamation point in quotations. Oh, look at that. See, I mean, tell me I would know that off the top of my head. Okay, so let's see here. Is anyone able to look at the channel and see if it's working on their end, the Hangout, and joinmymentor.com? Okay, it is working. We've cracked the code, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stephen Munson. Thank you for showing up here. And I'm sure that you guys were on time. We weren't, and it's for good reasons, as we're setting up this brand new system for everyone to be able to, you know, not only if you're on our team already, you're part of the Big Idea Mastermind, or if you're brand new tonight trying to figure out, you know, what is this all about? How can this help and affect you? We'll go into that in detail. We have a good panel here with us tonight. It looks like from all over the world, so we will go ahead and you guys can also go to your Hangout toolbox where you can click on the left, anyone on the panel. You click on the left on Hangout toolbox and you can add your name right below. So we'll go ahead and start on the left. Is it Adelia? How are you tonight? I think your end is on mute. If you could perhaps unmute your side. Yeah, just go ahead and try to work on that. While you're trying to work on that, I'll go ahead and introduce. We have there Gary Russell. And Gary Russell and I have known each other for a little over 4 months now.
Yeah.
And so actually we've had the opportunity to have our struggles and recently our successes, which is the really, not that we were friends before this, but, now we've been able to have a friendship and a relationship far beyond business. And that's one thing you're always going to hear me constantly focus on. It's not about the business that you're in. It's about the people that you're in business. It's about the relationships. That's what drives success. So Gary Russell, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're actually at tonight.
Okay, appreciate being a part of the group tonight, and I'll do my best to share what I can. As Paul said, we met about 4 months ago, and at that point I was brand new to the internet marketing business, if you will, and certainly had no clue what I was doing, and began that adventure with, shall we say, not so great results. And I struggled for several months, and did all kinds of different things, trying to figure out what to do, where to go, what the right things were to do, and had some sponsorship, but it was just not what I was looking for. I ran into Stephen, and we talked about the Join a Mentor team and what his goal and vision was, and it fit perfectly with mine. When Steve and I knew each other before, he was very instrumental in helping the group we were in before. So I knew he was very good at mentoring people, and he had introduced me to the idea of Vick Strizheus and his vision, and things have just kind of progressed since then. And to be in a nutshell about it, Jam has really grown a great deal in just the last month. We've done an awful lot of things to help each other as a team to grow, and in this last few weeks we've been fine-tuning that and putting everything together that's going to make a dynamic team that I believe is also going to help lead everyone else in this group as well. We've got some strong mentors in Stephen and Paul, and everybody works together, and it's a great team. And if it wasn't for them, I know I wouldn't be as successful as I am right now, and that's just beginning. And I appreciate everything they do.
Awesome, Gary. Thanks a lot. And, I think it's important that everybody realizes if you're here brand new, what does this have to do with you? Well, we're actually going, right below the box, you have the opportunity to get started to be part of what I like to think is a growing movement. I think we have a really bad echo. Is everyone else hearing that? Let's see.
Let me mute myself.
Okay, yeah, Gary, go ahead and mute your end. It might be your end, it might be my end, as we're just trying to figure out all these glitches. This is like a at-home theater that we can tap right into everybody's living rooms, or I'm actually here in the basement of Atlanta with a pretty good story behind it, but we'll touch on that in a minute.
If you're not talking, there's a mute button up top right, next to the video camera.
Adelia, do we have you? Are we able to hear you at this point?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Thanks for showing up. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for helping and working so hard for us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hope it works for me.
Yeah,
I tried for more than 1 year to make money on the internet, and not yet. So I'm looking forward to work with you.
So today, wow, that's awesome. So you haven't made any money working on the internet, and how long have you been trying?
1 year.
Okay. And just so you know, Paul and I, he's my brother right there, we worked for about 5 years online, and at one point I was making substantial income, and I'll tell you about it. But after that, even after making money, went through the struggle of not being able to make any money. I mean, for over 18 months. And what I mean by that is if we spent, let's say, $10,000 in the year, we made $8,000. So we lost money. And, you get criticized. Your friends and family start wondering what the heck you're doing and
Yes.
start, telling you, hey, go get a real job. Go get a real job. Well, I don't know what
I
you
know
guys
that,
call a
yeah.
real job, but yeah, so keep pushing with it. We're going to work with you and we're going to help you get some, results financially. Where are you calling from tonight?
I'm in Canada, Toronto.
Okay, very good. And so what time is it there for you?
It's 9:28 p.m.
Cool. And in reference to Vic, Vick Strizheus, for everyone wondering, jam. What is jam? We're jamming. We are jamming. I'll tell you what. Jam is the acronym or abbreviation for join a mentor. Now, our mentor, the whole entire panel, we all look to Vick Strizheus as our mentor. And so how did you know about Vic, or how did you, run across and be part of what he's doing?
First, I started with HTA, and then, of course, when he started working on BIM, I joined BIM. So actually, I am a found member of BIM.
Wow. So you first were with High Traffic Academy, and then,
No,
obviously.
actually, with High Traffic Academy, I did make about $1,000, but
Okay. And so that was your kind of your learning moment, which is
yes.
good because that set you up for now, which could be this, the financial success that you're looking for. So awesome. I'm going to introduce the rest of the panel. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain a little bit about what we're going to be doing. And then I want to come back and I kind of want to ask each one of you a different question. I'll be honest with you. It's nothing that you need to be worried about. I don't have questions written down and a script prepared. But what I like to do is, as we get to know one another, I think it's important if somebody's attending this for the first time, or actually even if you're on the same team with us, is we get to know each other in real life. Not some actor. Nobody's faking anything here. Let's be real and be realistic. And then I promise you, if you show up as who you are, not the fake person, not the person you have to be around your friends or family sometimes, who you really are, you're going to get results by being you, okay? And sometimes you're going to have to elevate who you are, and that's going to come naturally. And I think we can help each other do that. So thank you so much. Really appreciate having you here. So next I'd like to, Juan, thank you very much. I was, got to say this, that, Juan and Steve, who we have just joined us, they both were, hey, look, I want to get on this. I want to be part of this. I want to pump people up. I'm excited of what you're doing. And we don't know each other. We've never, hung out and met. But I'll tell you what, they had the same attitude that I had, because I'm like, hey, let's selflessly just throw out some energy. And instead of people waiting, instead of people wondering, instead of people walking around by themselves, let's connect. Let's forget about who's who and what's what. Let's connect. Let's develop each other's strength. And within that, we help people and we can make a lot of money. So before I introduce you actually and let you talk, I want to say this. Yes, we're going to talk about making money every night, okay? And sometimes it's going to be ridiculous amounts of money. I'm starting to see money come into my inbox and my email and my bank accounts and my PayPal out of every direction. It's fun. It's exciting. Everyone here is going to have the opportunity to tap into that, or already is. So of course we're going to talk about money. You don't have to have any type of experience to be part of this and to join our mentor, to be part of the Big Idea Mastermind. So I want to make that disclaimer that not everybody's going to make money. Some of you are going to whine and complain, get in your own way, and you're going to basically cause your own destruction, and you're not going to make any money because you just don't want to make money. You just want to be, kind of busy, tedious, and you probably rather have a standard, regular, conservative 9-to-5 job. And so it's up to you. You decide what you want to do, but you're going to have an opportunity to do something it's going to change your life. It can change the dynamics of the way you see life, okay? And for only $25 to get your feet wet, to get a viral blogging platform, it's a life-changing type of experience. So we'll go into that a little bit more, but I want to make that clear. So Juan, how you doing? Where are you calling from? And thank you for coming out. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got here tonight.
Okay, hi Steven. Thank you so much for inviting me here. Right now, well, when I came here, it was so weird because it was actually like you draw your information to yourself, right? Like you actually start to tapping on things, just like you said, and you get these highlights, this information that just comes to your existence, and you somehow feel that this is have some meaning, right? So yeah, when I came up to this Big Idea Mastermind, it was so weird because I was just browsing the internet, and somehow something highlighted from me, and I thought it was, hey, this is so interesting. And the interesting part is that when I got into the system and how they manage these the cells, I was really into it. I felt connected. I felt really like that this could be something huge, right?
Yeah.
So I started with the 25, and I was like, let's just check it out. Maybe it's something it will work. Maybe it won't, but I think it's worth a shot. So I took it, man, and I'm so grateful that I did it because I found awesome people. I found a large community. We are sharing value. We have a lot of good value, and I feel I can resonate with that. Yeah.
That's awesome. And where are you located again?
Okay, I'm calling from Colombia. I live in Colombia, Medellin. It's the second largest city in my country. Actually, it's the most innovative city of last year. You can check it out in Citigroup. It's really good.
Cool. Well, we're going to link you up with Justin Varengia. We're going to come out there. We're all going to get together. And I'm going to be a big advocate of saying this. If everyone's willing and open to help people, regardless of where they came from, or if they're your downline or upline or left line or right line, if you get to the mentality of, you know what, I'm going to help people because that's what I do, your results, whatever you're looking for in life, comes through helping other people. Anything that you are looking for comes through helping other people. Now, you might not know that. It might not resonate with you, but I assure you, when you focus on what your goals are, the only way to get there is through helping other people. Even if it's like, my goal is to, I want to lose weight. Okay, how does losing weight have to do with anyone else? If you started encouraging somebody else to lose weight, somehow magically, you probably are going to start losing weight. It's unanimous across anything that you want to do. So thanks a lot, Juan. We're going to get back to you in just a minute. And on the very right, this is the other gentleman that said, hey, I'm ready. I want to be part of this. I love what you guys are doing. It's good to join up and be part of a team. So, Steve, how you doing tonight, and where are you calling from? Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, awesome, man. Steve, thanks a lot for having us on the hangout here tonight. I'm from sunny Minnesota. I say that jokingly every time because it's we get snow here like 6 months out of the year. You've probably seen that on my video. I made a video that just kind of blasted this thing out. But anyhow, I've gotten into the business. It was very nice to meet you in Miami. I know that's one of the things that we always talk about, and some of the things that were the driving motivation to get us involved in the system was the hangouts that we do live with one another in all of these different exotic places. And I know there's some phenomenal places coming up too, and that, I mean, people, there's just never been a place where you can feel so alive and be somebody that you just release your inner most parts of your thoughts and connect with people in a way that has been just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And if you've ever, I know myself, I was in marketing, different marketing things, and I won't get into a lot of that stuff here, but I know that a lot of times you find yourself alone working behind your computer or wherever it is, and a lot of these businesses that are out there, they have some phenomenal products and stuff, but to really build a business with them, it's tough. It's hard to build a business with those types of products, and that's where I found that this has been a really great fit, because we've got some of the best training in the world, some of the most professional people. Vick Strizheus, I mean, when I met him, it was just phenomenal to be able to be alongside him and to feel the energy and the generation that all the things that come from him are so positive. And it just rubs off on you. You know, I've been known to be kind of a positive person anyhow, but when you start putting your efforts together with other like-minded people, it's just phenomenal. And this business has changed my life. I started out doing what Vic said, you know, get some motivational books and start reading some great stuff. I know you mentioned it a couple of different nights ago about psycho-cybernetics, and I started reading that book and to learn about, you know, how a plastic surgeon can take and start working on these different areas of the inner being. You know, a lot of us are scarred on the outside, and those scars show to the inside too. Until we deal with that stuff, man, it's tough. You know, you got to get your mindset right, and I think too many people don't have their mindset right in business. So we got to be people that are not just about ourselves, but I think that this business is about other people. And all of the members that I've talked to so far that I've had a chance to meet, and I've got friends all over the world now, which I didn't have before. You know, when you get outside of Minnesota and you start connecting personally with people from different countries, and to see how they live and to be able to help them. And it's not a selfish business, because I've got people that are on the same level that I am, founding members, and I've been able to come alongside and help those people too. There's been a lot of training, a lot of tools and stuff that they've shared with me, and I've been able to share stuff with them, and we've just made a huge connection. I tell you, it's phenomenal.
That's awesome, and I appreciate you saying that, and kind of, you know, diving into how you've been able to not only like go to incredible places. We were all in Miami, and I was blown away. I've been to events all over the world. I've been to Tony Robbins Resort in Fiji. You know, I've been to events that I paid $5,000 or $10,000 to go to, but in reality of it, we didn't pay anything to go to this event except for to show up, and we were treated like celebrities. I mean, we were given backpacks with logos on it, with towels and gear all inside of it, hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. Vic was giving out laptops, MacBook Pros. I mean, it just kept going on and on and on. We were on yachts. We were in top-end hotels, eating $40, $50 lunches and dinners, and, you know, we were treated like royalty, which goes to show you who Vic really is, you know. And I, you know, I don't like to ever think that if I'm walking in a direction, what am I walking towards? You know, so I want everyone to listen to this. When you're going in a particular direction, what are you going towards? If you're just walking aimlessly, you're going to get nowhere. Now, the thing is, I've never really met anyone that had such substantial results, earned over $1 million in 2 months. He's ranked on the 17th, like the top earner of all the entire world for people, ranked number 17 right now, earned over $4 or $5 million this year. Yeah. He's humble. He's gracious. He's focused. He's got his direction. He knows exactly where he wants to go. Mm-hmm. You follow somebody like that, you hang on to them tight, you can get substantial life-changing results. Absolutely. So if anyone's just attending this for the first time, right below, you can see where you can get started, but you can also, there's a link that you can see who Vic is. You know, look who the gentleman is that we're speaking of. Google him. He's our mentor. The reason that we're all here tonight. If you guys could mute it on your end, I'm not sure if somebody has an echo. We'll try to figure it out who in a second. But anyhow, Vic basically has created this system called the Big Idea Mastermind. And what we're doing is we're using the Empower Network as a financial vehicle. Empower Network has one of the most incredible compensation structures I've ever seen. When you get 100% commission, when you buy a product, you can resell it at 100% commission. The products are simple. You're going to get basically pennies on the dollar for the most incredible, mind-blowing, innovative marketing strategies on the planet for online, offline businesses. If you want to have a yoga studio, ice cream place, a real estate agent, I don't care what you want to do, you can get the best training with Empower Network. But utilizing the Big Idea Mastermind, which is what Vic created, is to use that as a financial vehicle, but then to give us a sales and marketing system that will automatically convert income into your pocket by simply getting eyeballs onto your website. Now, he's known as the king of online traffic. So let me just say this. If you have the best compensation plan out there, then you combine it with a sales and marketing system that I know he spent probably over $500,000 putting together. He's thrown every dollar he had into it, probably more. Okay, so you combine those two things, and then you add in the variable of having a mentor who is the king of online traffic. You have everything you need for it doesn't matter. Whatever your success goal is, you could obtain it in this one forum, in this one place. Now, what do you have to do? I say this to everybody. Be yourself. I have a friend, he lives basically, in the ghetto, from the hood. Okay, he's been stabbed, everything. He's been poor, he's been rich. Probably not the right kind of money. And he's open about saying, hey, look, I don't want this in part of my life. I want to do the right thing. What do I have to do? Be yourself. Explain how you struggled. Show people how to get out of the struggle. Tell your story. Put it out there. That's what you need to do. Tap into other people who can help you learn and earn while you learn consistently. Okay? It's so easy to tap into something. It's also so easy for you to say, I don't really know if I should do this today. So why we're all here right now is, it's fortunate that everyone on this panel, everyone who's attending this as part of this team, recognized Vick needed 10 more days, let's say, to have the system polished so we could have it like, I'm talking the cream of the crop system, because he wouldn't have anything less. He needed 10 more days. So Paul and I said, hey, let's go ahead and try to offer the opportunity for everyone to connect with us, because a lot of people, like Steve and people I had met in Miami were saying, hey, can we kind of like work with you, and how can we work together? And I'm like, how can this happen? How can we make this work, so everybody can take advantage of this? So what we did is we then said, let's just go for it. Let's go ahead and let's offer everyone this system. So there was already, Gary was on the team and about 40 other people already using some very, very basic tools. Squeeze page, sales page, basic. But, we wanted to lock arms with other people. We wanted to share success with you guys. We wanted to share struggle with you. We wanted to grow together. We wanted to learn from one another. Okay, and what a better way to see an opportunity. Now, not everybody saw the opportunity. A lot of people are sitting there complaining that we saw it. They're also sitting there complaining that life isn't fair. Think about this. Somebody just told me, not 20 minutes before this is ridiculous. Refund my $40. I can't believe I don't have anything set up. Now, from Monday, when we made the announcement, to right now, Thursday, when we said we'd be ready Thursday, Paul and I'm going to introduce Paul next. Paul and I have spent, he said it a few minutes ago, I'm working as fast as humanly possible. I go, then apparently we're just not humans here, bro, because we are overdoing what we're accustomed to do. If you look at my Facebook right now, it says, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because so many people don't want to do that. Unless it's comfortable, I'm not going there. Well, if you don't get out of your comfort zone, you don't get the personal results that you deserve. Okay, so I appreciate everybody's patience. I appreciate everyone saying, let's try this, let's lock arms. Those of you that are stepping up and sending me messages and ideas, and here's this, I'm going to put this together for the team. You're going to have substantial results in anything you do in life, and I really believe that this is going to be your financial home run. The one that you've said, hey, I deserve this, the one that you've been waiting for, not because of me, not because of Vick, but because of you. And it really is truly because it's your time. And you step up, you're going to have the results. Okay? And a guy, and I don't say this because he's my brother, and we worked together online for years, but a guy who stepped up in the last 4 days is Paul. He's right here. And I was going to the airport this morning to attempt to fly back to Hawaii for like the 4th day in a row. and it's like 7 in the morning, and I get a message from him saying, hey, good night, I hope you have a good day. He's going to bed. It's like, 7 in the morning his time. Okay, he's just going to bed. And, Paul, we appreciate you. Introduce yourself, and, we're glad to have you on the panel here.
Hey, what's up, guys? Paul Munson here.
Put your camera down just a little bit, could you? We can't see you, really.
Calling in from San Diego. It's nice to meet you guys, and just super pumped up about working with everybody here and, what we can bring to the table. And, we're just super excited.
So is your specialty like coding websites or, writing ad copy? I mean, shoot straight with us. Is that your specialty in life? Like, did you go to college or did you get some techie guru, training? No,
I didn't go to college. We've been working together online for about 5 years now, and, it's just something that we picked up on, and, we've been working hard to learn all this stuff, and, we look forward to teaching you guys what we know.
Awesome. And we appreciate Paul is someone you guys will get to know hopefully very close. He's an extremely humble person, and he's selfless. He's basically giving all of his time. I mean, he hasn't questioned me once, why did you do this? We were kind of on autopilot making some money. Why the heck did we just throw all this pressure in the way? And he hasn't said that once. We've worked together for 5 years online. Nothing short of 6 months ago, I was actually here where I'm at right now in Atlanta, and you can see it on the website, poor. Okay, I was sleeping on this couch back here, and I'm not talking like where I'm here just kind of hanging out. I'm talking like I took a Greyhound bus from Florida, okay, got up here with all my luggage. I'm sleeping on the couch. I'm embarrassed because the owner of the house is one of my best friend's dad. He lost $7 million in real estate. He broke his back. He's a contractor. He's on disability, so he doesn't have any money. I'm eating the food they have in their house, okay, without being able to chip in. That's embarrassing. That hurts inside, okay? And when you're 32 years old and you've nearly earned $1 million by yourself, okay, you've been an entrepreneur since you were 20, you don't expect that kind of thing to happen to you. But the thing is, it's what you do when you have situations that you don't expect happen in your life, the way you handle it, that's who you are. To be able to handle chaos, to be able to handle frustration, to be able to handle heartbreak, tragedies. Those are the times to be, brave, realistically, and to be selfless, help other people, find a way to do that. Well, I want to say this story real quick because it's on the website. And, what I did is I basically went to Hawaii because my mom begged me. It was her birthday. I'll buy you the ticket. You got to come. I thought you were going to come. And I'm like, I can't go. I don't have any money. I don't even want to go. I need to get a job or something. And I'm like working online for 4 years with a company doing webinars, and I was earning $1,000 or more a week. I would show up and do a couple webinars. So it was like a fluffy job. You couldn't get a better job. You work 2 hours a week, you get $1,000 or more a week. Okay, but the company sold. Okay, and within that, nothing seemed to work after that for months on end until where it became like, poverty that I didn't understand. I went to Hawaii. Now, you might say, how could you not go to Hawaii? Well, I already knew my mom was struggling for money too. She had lost millions of dollars in real estate. So I knew that this was a stretch for her. It was her birthday. I was like, I'm going to have to get this job that I hate when I come back, so I'm going to go. I brought 2 things. I brought my backpack and my laptop. I've been working online for 4 years. I also brought, my heart, my desire. And when I got there, the only way I can describe it is this. For the first 4 or 5 days, I felt weird. $60 like that I'd borrowed, like that's dwindling to $60 in Hawaii. You can't get a Subway foot-long sub for $10. A Papa John's pizza is $20. One pizza, pick it up a thing. You don't get far. Okay, but what happened was this. My mom we go kayaking, like this 17-mile kayak trip. We go hiking. You get out in nature. You get away from the feeling of guilt inside, pain, embarrassment. and you start realizing who you are again. You start remembering. Well, a week goes by, and I think I had worked on ClickBank or something. I had made, this is what happened, I had made $2,000 on ClickBank, and the check was supposed to come like 20 different times for weeks, to the point where I was staying with my girlfriend like 4 months before, and I'm like, I promise this check's coming. It never shows up. Finally, I get like, I thought it was going to be $2,000. I get like $174, and I think I did not have a bank account. I didn't have a bank account. I was using my brother's bank account. Hey, Paul, can you help me out again? I mean, frustration. You're using your younger brother's bank account. You're borrowing money from your friends. You don't have anything working out. Now, what happened was, though, is this is important. When you feel it, don't run from it. I don't care how scary it is. When you feel it. And what I felt was, well, it would be smarter, safer, more certainty to get on that plane and head back home. Go back to Atlanta and get this real job so you can get back on your feet again. But I had this feeling inside that God wanted me where I was. And that I was actually, for the first time in my life, I felt home. Like it was love at first sight, but at home, where you're supposed to be. And so I just said, hey, Mom, look, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to figure out a way. So I get a job like at a surf shop for, I think, $11 an hour. Said, hey, I'll come and work any day I can. I mean, I'll do anything. I'll wax the boards. I'll take people out of the whatever. Okay, so he goes, all right, we'll do something. And it was like, you could come Saturday and Tuesday. I'll pay you, $100. Nothing guaranteed. So I said, it's time to start working online. So I start calling people and looking and researching and doing what I can. I finally, out of nowhere, find an opportunity that I'm able to make a little tiny bit of money, enough to struggle my way to success. I found a place to rent that was like dirt cheap. I couldn't even believe it. It was just like a gift out of nowhere, in one of the best locations in Waikiki for like $200 a week. Now, you might not think that's dirt cheap, but in Hawaii, that's dirt cheap. But that $200 a week was hard to come by. I had asked people, again, I promise you, I won't ask you this ever again. Can you loan me money one more time? That sucks. That sucks. I mean, you can see how it still brings pain. But I knew that if I just stuck it out, I was where I was supposed to be. And you bring it up now, 6 months ahead. Last month, I earned over $10,000. This week, I've earned over $5,000 in this one opportunity. What happened? How did that miraculously happen? I was me. I stayed Steven. I didn't change. What I did do is one thing consistently, endlessly. I worked on myself every day. In every way, I kept saying that. I'm getting stronger and stronger. I listened to the tapes. I read the books. I mean, at one point, Paul goes, hey, Steven, we're working online. Where are you? Like, he was questioning where I was. You're never online anymore. I'm getting a little worried about you. I go, you got to trust me. I'm reading books. I'm writing in a journal. I'm taking time to like meditate to get my mind right. I'm like total immersion on myself. So if you're in a rut right now, I don't care what's going on. If you're in a rut, it's because you need to work on yourself. It's not because, your husband or wife is not being nice to you, your kids are brats, your parents are mean, because your teacher's rude, because you're not making money, your boss is a jerk, you hate going into work. None of those are the reasons that you're hurting. Take it or leave it, because it's you. And that's how I was hurting myself. I was hurting myself for so long, but then I made that shift and I started working on myself. This is the first Google Hangout we're doing as a team. I don't mean to get super deep to you, but I do think it's important when we do these Google Hangouts, either you're going to be dead serious or you're going to have fun, okay? Either get serious or have fun, because either way, it adds value to people. I know that somebody right now is saying, hey, man, I am struggling. Go work hard on yourself. Read the books, get the audio books. Ask and it is given, Think and Grow Rich, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Psycho-Cybernetics. There's so much things out there that I went through every book twice. Okay? Pick up some paper. Start writing down things that are scaring you. Get comfortable with that fear. Because if you overcome it, I mean, listen, I'm the only person in the airport today. I went to the airport. I was supposed to leave yesterday. I had to get this stuff done so we could all have it. So I skipped that flight. I went today. They're like, the flight's wide open. I get there, and I'm on a buddy pass. And the flight's wide open. There's like 50 seats. And like, well, there's too much luggage. You know, everyone's got like 19 bags. It's like the trip of your lifetime when you go to Hawaii. Well, I'm like standing there, and there's 30 people waiting, and they're like, there's too many people, or there's too much wait. We can't get everybody on. People are panicking. You're going to Hawaii, and I mean, loo-ha, woo. I want to get to Hawaii. I want my Mai Tai. I want to get the lei. I want to chill on the beach. Well, I'm sitting there, and I'm not even there. I'm like, I need to get online. I mean, where's the internet? I got to do some things. I got emails. My phone's ding, ding, ding. Where's the AWeber code? Where's, you know, I'm like, this is awesome because you know what? It's pressure, and I need pressure because I want to elevate myself. I want you guys, I want you girls, I want you guys to help me elevate. I didn't do this so I could help everyone else out. If you think about it, I want to help elevate myself to raise my standards. And I want to make sure that I help each one of you do the same thing. Because this is not about money. It really isn't. Once you get over the fear of money, money is going to come from every which way, you know, known possible. And especially if you follow a mentor who has proven success. Maybe one day you're going to say that I'm your mentor. Maybe I'm going to say that you're my mentor. Or right now we're all looking to Vick as our mentor, our leader. And there is nobody that I personally know of, not that personally I know, that I know of that I would rather be following. I'd rather follow Vick than Richard Branson. I'd rather follow Vick than Donald Trump. And I'll tell you why. He has this level of humble focus that I have never, ever seen. And this guy is going to do substantial things for the entire world. And I want to be part of that. I want to share that vision, and I'm willing to work my butt off to make it happen. I realize.
Breaking your seat.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, you know, you get thinking and talking about, you know, where you came from and your background and some of the things that were going on in your life as far as, you know, not having the money, not being able to supply for different areas and things in your life. And I know how that is because I'm a contractor by trade. Had my own business for 27 years and was very successful in that. But, you know, the economy really just took a downturn. Minnesota got hit really hard, and it brought a lot of contractors to their knees. And even the guys that had really good, successful businesses ended up moving out of the area. Well, kind of forced you into working for somebody else. And I had never worked in the out in the workforce with other people until then.
Yeah.
And so I was forced to take a job on, and it was great. I mean, it took off some of the burdens of what it takes to be self-employed, but then I got to the other side of it and seen all the problems that are involved with having somebody else regulate and dictate and punch in the clock to follow their system, and all I was doing was helping them make more money. And my whole life has been kind of centered around being that self-employed individual, your own boss type thing. But then for 4 years, I worked with that other company. Well, that even got bad enough in the economy that those companies went under, even here in Minnesota, even the companies that I was working for. And that really forced me to get into the internet business. And I was looking for, you know, working from home. I wanted to do something working from home. And that's when I started looking at some of these different products. And I'm not a guy that grew up with the internet. Right. You know, I'm 50 years old. My life was not, when I was young, we didn't even have colored TVs. So, you know, we didn't get a TV till I was 6 years old. We got a black and white TV, man. Yeah. I thought it was the greatest thing in the world, yeah. You know, to have this black and white TV. But and you know, I look at my kids nowadays, and they have all of these different video games, and it's like they're naturally inclined to that stuff because they're growing up with the technology that we didn't have in life. So I went through a lot of hard turns trying to learn how to type on a keyboard and figuring out how to get around on the website and how does the computer work and what is Windows Vista, and you know, so I had to go through all of this stuff, and I tell you, it was a hard learning curve on top of trying to learn a business on top of that. I didn't have the mentors that I had now, and I did actually get some fantastic training from a couple of different companies, and like they say in this industry, if it doesn't kill you, you'll learn from it. And you know, I did. I learned a lot of stuff, but and I had given up on marketing. I completely walked away from marketing, thinking that, you know what, I don't want anything to do with marketing. It's the hardest thing in the world. I'm never going to do it again. And then Vick Strizheus came along. I don't know how I got on his email account or how it happened, but it was through HTA. And I tell you, he taught me that you can really make money online, and it's not that hard to do. It's a simple thing to do, but it's not. The work is not easy. In other words, you got to put your effort into it. But making money online was very simple. And I'll tell you what's happened for me. I mean, even just starting out in the month of March here, we made over $2,000 in the first few days coming into March with this system. And I've had the opportunity. This is the way I look at jobs now. It's like, I'm not going to grovel. I'm not going to go, because this is how I see the labor forces right now, especially in Minnesota. We're like at 18% unemployment. And you got to go and start groveling to get them to hire you. And all of the experience that I've had in my life, I mean, I owned all the equipment. I had everything that it took to build houses, being in my own business, and then go to grovel to somebody to try to get them to hire you, to pay you about 1/10 of what you're actually worth. I mean, can you imagine? I just feel sorry for people. My wife is one that she worked at a job for 17 years for the hospital, and her boss was such a jerk here in the last few years. I mean, it's just wrecked her whole outlook on the workforce. And when you brought up work, it reminded me of the fact that I just had a job opportunity that called here 3 days ago from an application that I put in way back over a year ago with a company, and a big construction company here in Minnesota, because they're kind of getting their feet into more commercial stuff and that type of thing. And it felt really good to tell them, say, you know what, I'm set, my friend. I don't have to come. I'm not going to grovel. I'm not. You know what? What are you gonna offer me? You can't offer me enough. How can I work that many hours for somebody and take over where I'm at now? The opportunity wasn't there before. But you know, I think a lot of that, like you said, it's the mindset. It's about lifting yourself up. And I'll tell you, there's nothing better in the world. And I'm not the type of guy that's out firing my boss because I wasn't working. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was the guy that was pounding the ground out there looking for something to do. Matter of fact, that's what really brought me to my knees, is I was forced to go work out of state. And when I was sitting, I was staying in a guy's spare bedroom in his house, working out of state for an insurance company, working on roofs and doing stuff where we'd actually sell the products, but we didn't do the physical work. So that was kind of a new line of thing for me to start out with.
Right.
And so I had to conform to that, and my family couldn't come with me, so I had to spend 4 months away from home. And I tell you, I was laying in that bedroom, and I cried many nights because I'm a family man. I love my family, you know. And it's making me cry right now. But
Okay.
I was laying in bed thinking, there's more to life than what I'm doing right now. I don't have to work for somebody. And it was kind of a self-employed deal again, where you were working on commissions and stuff. And I was doing fairly well. But when you don't have the time, and we were working 14 hours a day to make the income, you know. And when you don't have the time to go and do the things that you really want to do in life, because to me, it's not about having $5 million in my bank account. That's not what drawed me to this business. What drawed me to this business was the idea that I don't have to get up at 5:30 in the morning, get in my car, spend $30 to $40 to get to work, spend my time punched in on a clock, can't take vacation except for the week that they're going to give you. I'm not going to be able to go places that I want to, because even if I'm just making the money, even if I'm making $100,000 a year working for that company, it still doesn't open up the opportunity for me to go and do the things that I want to do. And the internet is I mean, people already know that coming to an online working from home business, and I say work from home because it's not working in an office, but really it's not from home, because you can do this business anywhere.
Yeah.
And I have done this business from everywhere. You know, when you're out on the road, I tell you what technology has done. I mean, you see this little box right here, the iPhone 4. I mean, I can do my business.
That's right.
It's pretty crazy. I can do my business off the phone, man.
Yeah.
And I'm just so jacked up about the freedom that comes with the business. You know, it's not the money, it's the freedom, because you have the money comes, and it's like Vic told us. He said, you get your mind right, you put yourself in the right direction, and you just be positive and keep driving in the direction, set your goals. And that was another thing, is I was never a big goal setter in life, and I set some goals, and when you see them goals come to light, and what he says, if you can't videotape it, it's not real. Well, I'll tell you what, I can videotape it.
Yeah.
I can show that my life is real now. And I just wanted to share that, because I know that there's a lot of people struggling. They may not be financially broke, but they may be in a place where they just don't enjoy what they're doing in life. They may be working at a job. And some people love their jobs, you know, and there's people that do this part-time too, that just want extra income, you know, and good for them too, you know. I love those people just as much as I love the guys that are unemployed or the guy that's just struggling to make it.
Yeah.
And it's just phenomenal, man.
Well, thanks. I mean, thanks for sharing, because honestly, I'm starting to see the attraction, and nobody actually intended that I was going to go become an internet marketer. I was going to go work online. No one ever this is what I was going to do. Now that's going to change. But like, you know, Gary, was your intentions when you grew up as what do you want to be when you grow up? As I want to be an internet marketing guru. Is that what you wanted to do, Gary, when you grew up? You're on mute. You're on mute. You might have to unmute it on your end. I'll let you know when we can hear you. There you go.
Let me start over. You see this gray hair? When I was going to school, they didn't have computers. They didn't have the little boxes. They didn't have anything like that. And I'm just like the gentleman that was just talking here. When I got into this, I had no clue what to do. And there's days I still go, oh my God, what is this? Because it's so foreign to me. The things that are important about this business is just what has been already pointed out. Anybody can do it. Whether you're part-time at it, you're full-time at it, whether you don't even know how to type on a typewriter or a keyboard, you can do this. And you only have to keep your mind in where it is, and that is to learn, to open up your ideas in your mind and say, I can do this. And then put yourself with the right mentors and the right team, and get the people to help you when you need the help. And then read the books. I've read all those books too, every single one of them, and they do open your mind, because that's the key to this business. It's not hard, but it's challenging. And what I mean by that is that when you try to learn something that you've never done before in your life, you're going to have doubts. You're going to have concerns about yourself and about whether you can do it or not, or whether, you know, what's going to happen next, all of these things. But as you go through these steps and you begin to get your mind right, realize that you can learn these things, and then start applying those efforts and start getting results. And the results don't always have to begin with money. They can begin with just simply understanding what a squeeze page is. I mean, it's simple as that. There's just things about this business that as you learn it, it begins to turn on these little light bulbs in your head saying, oh, okay, that's how you do this, and this is what I need to do now, and all of that. And you know, I've been in sales for 40-some years. I'm 62 years old, and you know, I'm not unfamiliar with working with the public and dealing with these sort of things, but I am unfamiliar with this area. And getting involved in this and being involved with this team especially, it gives you that sense of confidence of knowing that it's going to work and it's going to happen. I've already bought my tickets for Chicago. The hotel's booked, the airfare's booked. I'm ready to go. And I'm going to stand on that stage and I'm going to pick up one of those checks. And that's my goal. And it is going to happen. And I know we can make this happen together.
That's awesome, Gary. You know, I'm going to be honest. When I met Gary 5 months ago, let's say 4 months ago, he didn't even know. I mean, it was like the most elementary thing. Like, hey guys, what is? It was like, you know, the most basic things ever, and he didn't know anything. You know, I'm in reference to internet marketing, working online. It was brand new, and he asked a lot of questions. So, you know, what happened was he was like, hey guys, I'm a sponge. I'm going to learn this stuff, and it's fun to watch how much he's learned and grown. And that, I mean, that's a short amount of time. When you think about it, you go to college for 4 years, okay, on average. Some people go for 12 years. You know, he's been going to internet college for 6 months, and he's learned a substantial amount that I'm confident to think that he could work online anywhere for the rest of his life and not have to be like, and be self-sufficient, you know, and that's the idea here. So I want to say this, and I want to ask a couple questions, but, you know, what you're going to get access to is priceless. I mean, it really is. You're going to get access to Vick's system, which is, at least if you were just going to go pay for it, a $5,000 system. Like if you just want to have access to a system, you would shell out $5,000. You know, here's $5,000, and you give me your system, and that would be the end of it. Now, then you would have to be responsible to get some sort of leads or traffic there. Well, the cool thing is this, we're going to do training. And if you click on the button right below, you'll see, just click on it so you can see this visually. Okay, click on the button right below here so you can see what I'm talking about. You get access to his $5,000 system. You're also, he does webinars like once a week. And I mean, raise your hand. Are those not the most phenomenal training? I mean, the guy, look, it's unanimous. Okay, it's not just a fluff and puff session. It's training that you would get from a multimillionaire, super successful internet expert, okay, making money from home. He's ranked in the top 17 right now in the entire world for people making money from home or online. And he does that once a week. You get access to a system for free. You get plugged into all of his, you know, his training, his insight. You also get access, you know, once you get all the products, you get on his rotator, you get access to his $500 high traffic academy system, which is just, you know, that's like going to college for internet alone. You get access to working with this huge team. You get private access to a Facebook room. I mean, there's endless potential that can come from zero experience. And yes, I'm here. I'm glad we did this today. And now it just resonated. It just hit me. The reason that I didn't get on that flight today is you're going to see me here today. And tomorrow, God willing, I'm going to be in Hawaii, okay? And not long after that, then Paul's going to pop into Hawaii. Then we're going to go snowboard, not because we're trying to brag, but because I'm working on my internet. I'm working on my computer. That's my office for the rest of my life, okay? And the thing shoots money out at you once you obey, you know, and you actually just plug in. I got a question, Juan. As we just got to know each other, I mean, like, this is the first time we've seen each other. We chatted back and forth, and obviously, guys, like, look, if you're sending me messages and stuff, if I'm not getting back to you, it's not because I don't care. It's like, ding, 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 it's going crazy because, you know, there's a lot going on. Nobody that I know of that doesn't have previous experience with creating a system or a funnel would, you know, say, hey, let's just offer this to anybody. And all of a sudden 50, 60, 100 people out of nowhere within a matter of 72 hours without any zero zilch. How I learned how to make these websites was I sat in my house and I ripped my hair out and I YouTubed and Googled everything for days on end. That's how we put it together. It's not because we were gurus at it, because we're passionate about what we do. So we got a lot going on here. We're going to grow as a team. And I promise you, if you lock into this, as the days go into Chicago, everyone, if you're attending for the first time, you got the opportunity to make life-changing money. If you're on this team and you plug in, it's the opportunity to make life-changing money. I'm not talking about the next 6-10 years. I'm talking about the next 2 to 3 weeks to a month. The money starts coming in, and why it changes your life so quick is when you if you wake up and you have a commission for $3,000, something goes off inside you say, wow, you know, what? How did that happen last night when I was asleep? I want to do that again. Boom, boom. And it starts compounding. And money can just start showing up out of nowhere. And then you can do whatever you want and live life truly on your own terms. Juan, my question is real simple. Like, you know, really honestly, like, where do you see yourself in the next 60 days from right now today? And maybe tell us like where you're at, you know, as open as possible, because I think it's cool that, you know, I didn't prep him on this question, but let's see where he's at, you know, where he wants to be.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Well, right now I'm just getting to know all the features that this system has, and I want to learn really deeply how this system works. But yeah, of course, I resonate with that quote for cybernetics when you say that whatever the image you're holding in your mind is the process of becoming. It's actually the map that you are creating for yourself. Where I see myself in 60 days, 1, 2, 3 months, and I know it's gonna be crazy. I know it's gonna change my life. I know I'll be visiting all new places, and I'll be meeting new people and getting to gather all this value from all of you. So it's great. Yeah, I guess that what is most important is that you can guide people through it. I feel I think of myself as really as a coach, as someone who can actually encourage people to take action, to change their lives for good. So I really wanna do that. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it even if in small scale, like telling the people that I know. But I know it will grow, and somehow it will take flight. You know, this is where I really think I'll be hanging out in.
Yeah. That's awesome. And if it's okay, can I make a suggestion?
Sure, sure.
Okay, and the reason I want to ask him on the spot is this. You got to have absolute clarity. Absolute. Meaning, if someone asks you, not that it's any of our info, it's really none of my business, let's be honest, and this is live. But when someone asks you, where do you want to be in 30 days? You should already know. I want to have ran a marathon. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to make sure that I'm working out every single day for 15 minutes a day. I want to read 2 books. I want to earn $4,975. Like, if you can get absolute clarity, and in psycho-cybernetics, it's step number 1, your aim. If you know your aim, you can get there. But now, not to say he's not going to have the results that he wants, but you don't have absolute clarity. Okay, so what I challenge you to do is that, you know, after this, go back to that question to yourself and say, where do I really want to be in 60 days? You know, what do I want to change in my life? What do I want? What kind of results do I want? Because Paul, Gary, and I, we did this. You know, we all said, I want to earn, this is a good thing, I want to earn $101,000 in the month of March. Now, right now, let's be honest about this, okay? Just raw numbers. Let's say I'm at $15,000, and the clock is ticking big time. Okay, now most people are like, okay, I'm not going to get to that goal. There's no way. I mean, maybe I should readjust my goal because there's no way I get there. Now, if you set yourself an outrageous, you know, unrealistic objective goal, maybe you do need to reshape it. I'll tell you right now, there's not one piece of my heart, soul, energy at all that still doesn't believe that that's 100% possible. 100%. because I trust in it. I'm going to relax. I'm going to do, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to keep plugging in. I'm going to keep following the steps. You can make, as Vic shows you, $1 million, $1 million, 10 times what I'm talking about in the matter of 60 days. More than that at this point. Anything is possible as long as you plug in and you have that. You don't earn abundance. You allow it. Okay, you allow it. Okay, Juan, man, awesome. I hope that helps you in some way, and we appreciate you, and I appreciate the time and just jumping up here, and
Yeah,
I think it's cool. So
I wanted to add, it's actually a difficult question. How do you see yourself 60 days from now? Of course you're trying to be positive and you're trying to build this image of yourself and you focus on it, and you look, just the way that I experience it is not something that I can say that it's going to work for 60 days. No, I just know it so deeply in my heart that I'll be successful in this business. I don't care how much it takes. I don't care whatever. I'll do it. I'll do it anyway, so that it doesn't get to discourage me. What if it's in the next 60 days I don't get the results? It doesn't matter. I'll get them anyway. So that's what I think I was trying to explain. Perhaps it wasn't unclear, but yeah, it doesn't matter however, if you get your picture, if you know where you're going, doesn't matter if the path is long or short, you're gonna make it fun, and you're gonna have fun making it, and it's gonna be great. So I know I'll do it.
awesome, man. And you definitely will. I'll tell you right now, you're at the exact right position. You could not be in a better place, and this is going to rotate me right into the next question or comment I want to say, is by raising your hand and saying, hey, I want to do this. I want to get out there. You just stepped up. You're going to see a drastic shift. It's going to happen a lot faster than I even think you believe it's possible. Because all of a sudden now you're out there, you're going to hang up and you're like, oh man, I'm telling you right now, I'm feeling it for you, because I bet you're going to hang this Google Hang Up app and you're going to have a new fire inside of you. And just ride it, man. Lock into it. So thank you. Adelia, you were I said, hey, can we get any females, because we have all these guys here, and it would be nice to get some females on this. And so I really want to personally challenge you in a way that help us attract, so we can have a whole panel of females, because I think it's huge right now that I know personally. I also know some of my friends, who are in this business, their wives, who are going to a job they hate because they're working as a team. They're making it work. But I know that this is a way for you to be able to empower other women, and to be able to, help be an advocate for that, and help us, raise people for who they are. And I think it'd be awesome to have a full panel of females, and I want to put you up for that challenge. So
I know, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men and just 1 me.
Yeah, and thanks for
One
stepping
lady.
up. You stepped up, and we're excited, and I think it's cool that you're really open about with this opportunity. You've probably been involved for let's say a month, and I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, you've been just kind of patiently waiting for things to kind of work.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, Stefan, I have to say, very powerful presentation. Very, very good. Thank you so much.
Oh, we are not even breaking the ice here. We're going to actually, at some point, we're going to go into content of ways to transparent. Not like, hey, I made $10,000. Well, how the heck did you make? Can you show us how you did it? That's what we're going to do. I wanted to take this first one because I kind of want to, I want to make sure that everyone who's attending for the first time, you were invited, you saw it on Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, or somebody showed up in your email inbox. This is the first night we've used this particular forum. Okay, some of us have been in this business for a week, a day, a month, 4 months. Some of us have made $0. Others have made $20, $30, $100,000 plus. That are on this panel right here. We're all completely different, unique people, but we wanted to kind of test this out, because let me paint everyone a picture of what this is. I want you to clearly see what happens here. This, we'll call it ground zero, because I was joking about ground zero being here in Atlanta, because this is where I struggled. And the reason I came back, it was actually, tonight's the 40th day, 40 days and 40 nights, which is, you know, cool as it'd be. But I left Hawaii for the first time since I went there to see my mom. For the first time, when Vic gave me the invite, okay, I then said, I'm going no matter what. I'm going to Miami. I got on the flight. I took my butt there. I got there. Whew, I felt it. You know, I met 80 to 100 marketers that just blew me out of the water. Vic brings in Dave Wood and Dave Sharp, who are the owners of the Empower Network, also ranked in the top 25 of online earners and home-based business earners, affiliate marketers in the entire world, right there neck and neck with Vic. So you got all these marketers from all over the world. I think, Steve, was U.S. the minority country? I mean, most people were international, correct?
Yeah, most of them people were international. I think 80% of the people that were there, and you know, that's kind of, it really opened my eyes to say that people from the United States, have we gotten lazy in our thinking, or have we been trained so much that we have to go to school, go to college, and then work for somebody, where these other countries have had more of a little bit more of an open mind and maybe a rougher go of it, where they've had to do things for themselves outside of that box. And when you start meeting people in a room like that, where you've got 80% of them are from countries like the UK, Poland, there was people there from France. There was people there from Africa. There was people there from Mexico. I mean, they pretty much covered every continent. People from Canada, and that's a phenomenal thing, man. That's just a phenomenal thing.
We in America, if you're from America, I believe that in the last, let's say, 5 years, we got our asses kicked, excuse my language, but we got beat down on all levels. Millionaires lost everything. People who were successful for 20 years lost everything. Young entrepreneurs lost everything. And then came that thing called uncertainty and fear. Now, certainty, the need for certainty, meaning I got to make sure that I go to work tomorrow so I get paid on Friday, is the #1 hindrance to success. Certainty. If you're certainty driven, nothing wrong with that. But if you don't feel like you're successful and the only thing you care about certainty, it's time to get a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of variety, and a little bit of just outside your comfort zone. Break out of it, and that's happening right now, where it's becoming a little bit more common, to where it's going to become vastly common across the globe to work online, to do what we're doing here. The president does this of the United States. As I said before, like Tony Robbins, Richard Branson, NASA did Google Hangouts. We're going to be doing Google Hangouts. I'll make the statement. With Dave Wood and Dave Sharp, with Vick Strizheus, with top leaders from Empower Network, right on this same forum right here. We're going to connect with these guys. We're going to go to Chicago. We're going to hang out with them. We're going to party. We're going to jam. We're going to then, Vic's going to invite us. He already did, to those of us that are Diamond members. We got everything. We're all in. We're Diamond level. We're going to Hawaii. Okay, so in May, he said May, June, he's going to do a retreat in Hawaii. Now, if it's 1/10 as nice as Miami was, and then I'm kind of like, I was chatting him on Skype and said, which island were you going? And he's like, oh, he's got like a resort team now, okay? He's got a tech team, building, I'm assuming he doesn't have an event planners. He has like a resort, like millionaire mastermind planners, like a specialty planner. Because what he did, it's above and beyond the normal type of experience you have when you go on some sort of event. It actually reminds me of when companies invite their top earners, the multi-million-dollar earners, to somewhere. That's the treatment you get. Everyone gets that treatment. See, Paul right there has his little wallet. You can see the Big Idea Mastermind Millionaire Retreat wallet. I got my bag here somewhere, That's all I have left now. My luggage is in Hawaii. I have my bag left. Paul's got his little wallet. People got laptops, computers, but I think more than all the goodies was the connections. Okay, the connecting and watching Dave Wood and Dave Sharp, how they reacted about Vic. Their view on Vic sealed the deal for me. I go, okay, these guys are looking up to this guy, I mean, in a major way. And I respect Dave Wood and Dave Sharp for their struggle, for their charisma, for their dedication, for their blue ocean strategy of doing something that nobody else is really doing and going that different direction, and then empowering each one of us. Each one of us, the way they made so much success was letting you be you without having to sugarcoat it. You don't have to show up on an acting set tomorrow morning. Okay? So we're going to do these every night up till Chicago. I'm not going to, hopefully I can be on all of them, but I'm going to need people to step up. If the waves are 8 foot and glassy, barreling, I'm going out to surf, and I'll try to do a Google Hangout from the ocean. But I mean, there will be 5 or 10 times from now till then, maybe once, that I don't make it. So, you know, Steve, I appreciate you raising a hand. And so maybe it's going to be last minute, and I'm going to be traveling or stuck somewhere. I need someone to step up. You know, just run these Google Hangouts. Give what you got as your energy. Be good to people, you know, and we're going to all watch results come. For those of you that are brand new, okay, or you've been involved with the Big Idea Mastermind since day one, and you're just waiting for success, you're saying, hey, look, this is cool. I feel connected. I'm with the right people. You guys got great stories. I mean, blah, 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 but I'm ready to make some freaking money, okay? So what we're going to do is shift hard into how to make money, because this is cool and all, but let's be honest with one another. We want to make some financial results, so either we can get rid of that uncertainty, we can get that husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or fiance off our back. I mean, I know real jobs are cool, but I'm not a real job kind of dude or girl, okay? So sweetie, honey, baby, sugar pie, you got to trust me here and persevere through it. So don't let anyone, anybody, especially not yourself, get in the way of this financial success, because we're going to open the floodgates of abundance here. And what I mean by this was the hardest decision of my professional career. I'm 33. When I was 19, I owned a restaurant and bar that was extremely successful for 5 years. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 19. Okay, 14 years later, the hardest decision, I'll tell you why. Gary knows and Paul knows. We have some like, I had a couple friends that gave me some secrets, like, not secrets, they gave me some connections, let's say, of people who have lists, huge lists of traffic, okay? That's one thing where you can buy traffic to go directly to your website. Now, ideally, would it be cool if all of us can tap into that? Yes. Now, what has to happen here is this. Based on what Vic has rolled out, they're strict about, you want to make sure you get what you pay for here. I agree with that. You know, I've tested things, and 4 out of 5 things didn't work. 1 did. And I've got some other things I want to test. So I have to. This is based on what I feel is the #1 most important thing, is to do what the mentor wants us to do. I got to make sure that Vic says, cool, roll with it. Paul Onfrinco says, cool, you guys can do this, because I'm not doing anything unless those guys are like thumbs up. Okay? I mean, in reference to the Big Idea Mastermind and Power Network, if they're not down with it, we're not doing it. Okay? You can do it on your own. But I want to get approved that we can all get action on these leads. So we can say, hey, look, if you had $500, you don't have to go out organically get people to your website and take months to make money. You can drop $500 into a reliable traffic source. They're going to show up at your system, convert into sales. You're going to connect with them through things like this, and you can make a substantial amount of money fast. Okay, so I want to make sure that we offer that to everybody. #2 is, without the money, forget the traffic and getting approved. There are so many ways to get free traffic by properly marketing yourself, properly branding yourself, putting yourself out on the right social sites in the right way. Okay, now, some people have said, hey, look, Steven, this is cool what you offered, but, you know, you're branding yourself. Now, let me clarify that in case you're unaware of what's going on here. Join a Mentor was created to brand you. It's a brand that brands you. Now, what I mean by that is you can see at the logo at the top, it says join a mentor, Vick Strizheus. Okay, I would love to know how to pronounce his name. We'll get back to that in a minute. Vick. Okay, so join a mentor, Vick. You, each one of you. Nick Barnes is a good example. He's already said, hey, I'm doing this. I want to join and mentor Nick Barnes, the Barn Biz. If you want to stick to this to get developed, it doesn't matter what you do. We can develop a brand called you. So it's a brand that brands you, everyone. I've had 10, maybe more people say, hey, I would love to use your system. Is there any way I could customize it? I'm going to figure out a way. I have no idea how to do it now. It seems like a headache and expensive, and I mean, it's possible, put it this way, but that you could be the one in the video at the very opt-in squeeze page, that you could be the one throughout the video. It could be your results. It can't be that hard to get your video and plug it into a system. We're going to do this for anybody that wants to have that happen. If you want to brand yourself and you want to put yourself out there, we're going to support you. We're going to show you how to do it and make it happen, okay? That's my word. I'm dedicated to that. I'm a firm believer that there's companies that come up left and right. This is what happens. There's this top earner, right? He's crushing it. She's crushing it. I'm sorry to say that because a lot of them are females. Actually, they're earning a lot more money. We're going to use her. She's crushing it. She's the #1 earner. Now, what happens is, let's say it's a network, affiliate type system, network marketing, something of that nature. What has to happen in there is for her to do so well, she has to develop leaders. The problem is there's often a disconnect, is when you develop a leader, that leader wants to go in their own direction, okay, because that's the way you become the leader. Now, there also is the other strategy, the other mindset to say this. What if you provided people with vehicles, like open brand, a brand that brands you, that you could plug in your own information, create your own team without having that huge disconnect? It's possible, folks. Just because no one's doing it doesn't mean it's not possible. We're going to work on developing that so you can become a leader in this organization. Most of you on this panel, 95% of you or more who are part of this team, I did not sponsor you. I don't know you. I'm not going to make $1 off you. But you want to know what? You can go out there and be the #1 earner in this entire company with Vick, with Empower Network, with another company, and I would love to be part of that. Big time. I mean, that to me is wealth, to watch something like that happen. I stand behind that. I know Paul does as well. We will work hard to help each one of you get access to that. So there's the leads and traffic, which I think we should start as soon as tomorrow. Like, let's not waste any time. The reason this came out of nowhere is I was done wasting time. I felt like I already spent a week kind of pondering and waiting, and I said, let's lock arms with other people in the same situation. Let's throw out ideas. So in order for all this to run smooth, Paul sent out the Aweber code. We're still having a challenge with how to just take that video or code and plug it right into your get response. But I know one solution would be to give you the PDF or the Word file of the document, and you can load it into your get response account, and all you got to do is change your little link from my last name or whatever my username is or Paul's to yours. It should be really simple. There is some of us who are brand new to all this. You never loaded a code. You never sent out an autoresponder. Please do not panic. It's okay. You haven't missed anything. What you should do, though, is patiently raise your hand and say, I need a little bit of help, and know that we're going to get to it. If it even takes us having to go into each one of yours account and make sure it's all dialed up and set in, we're doing that. I don't care if it takes the next 72 hours. I'm sitting in Hawaii pissed off I can't surf. That's going to happen because I'm hoping within the next 24 to 48 to 72 hours, we start getting everybody. And in fact, this just happened. Somebody paid, got started on one of this Google Hangout, okay, just tonight. But I want this to happen unanimously. We're flooding our email inboxes with notifications from Dave and Dave saying, congratulations, somebody just started with your organization. You just made a commission. Okay, I want that to happen if it's your first time here and you're saying, I'm feeling this, click on the button, take action, get part of this right away, and let's set you up. I don't care where you're from or what you have experience with. If you want something more than you're experiencing in life, I suggest you tap into some people like this. So we're going to cover the leads and traffic. free and paid. We're going to cover, you know, make sure that each one of you understands you can brand yourself through this at any time. This is available just based on what the communication with Vic all the way up until, let's say, April 18th. Before that, nobody panic. It's not like it's going to evaporate. We'll figure out a way to make this so we can do this ongoing. It's just we haven't got there yet. It doesn't really matter. Tap into this. Make some financial results so you can figure out what you want to do with your business and where you want to live with your life. You don't have to live where you're living. You don't have to work where you're working. You don't have to associate the people that you're associated with. You don't have to eat the food that you're eating. You don't have to settle. Never settle in life. That doesn't mean you can't just take it back, ease up, get married, have a wife and kids and family, because that's awesome. And I encourage you to find your peace, find your happiness. But if you keep searching for it, it might actually be right there. It really might be. Okay, so the last thing I want to cover is, or two more things, I'm sorry. So those two first, the system meaning. If you have a problem, this is what we need you to do. If you feel like there's any glitches in your email autoresponders or website, just send an email right now or whenever. Join a mentor at gmail.com. Join a mentor at gmail.com. Just say, hey, this is my problem. Try to just give us as much info as possible. Now, I would suggest, let's say that your problem is your AWeber. You would save a lot of time for us and you. Just send us your AWeber information so we can just fix it, or we can send you a video how to fix it. So it's not like, hey, you know, boom, 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 back and forth. Let's crank this out. And I mean, we could do this in tonight and tomorrow and have everybody going, rocking. Then we got to just get leads to your websites. We got to do these Google Hangouts. You're going to start making some income. Next thing is, for the Google Hangouts every night, is I want to, you know, we're going to switch it up, have the same people, whoever's making financial success, whoever's brand new. If you want to just do it for your first time and you're scared as can be, trust me, Paul can relate to you. Paul hated talking to people. He probably still does. It's okay. This is your time that you can do that. Get uncomfortable, and you're going to see some different results in your life. So if you want to be on the Hangouts and you want to volunteer to get on a Hangout, two things you got to do. Send an email to joinamentor@gmail.com. Just put subject Hangout. It'd be cool if you told me like 4 or 5 lines. I don't care if it's I'm from, I am, I do. It's basic. If you want to like do some people get so into it. Oh my gosh. I mean, like a 14 line, like 16 blogs. If you want to send a blog about who you are, that'd be awesome, so I could know who you are and I could introduce you. And patience is going to be a big thing in this, but persistence is also going to be a big thing, because we're going to take, I'm talking massive action. For those of you that want results before March 26th, I'm telling you right now, when March 26th comes in, I want to rock into that. I want to have a team going. I want to have some serious momentum. I'm not going to be like anyone else, and I'm waiting for this to happen. No way. I'm coming in, guns a-blazing. I want this to happen big time. I want to help a lot of people. I want to change a lot of people's lives through this particular opportunity. It's time to take action, get people in the system, because you want to know what? If you get a little bit of a list going right now, that opt-in form, the squeeze page, is converting on a high level. Okay, I've had different people look at it. It's converting, so use it. Get people on your list. Offer them value. Offer them a way to connect with you here. Okay, and then, okay, yes, do you have a question?
Actually, on squeeze page, do we have to put only web form number or username as well?
Okay, so where it
Squeeze
says
page.
you just where it says AWeber list or whatever, you put your list name right there, and then where it's my Munson Inc., you just put your Empower Network username. So all you do is
So I need both. Okay.
correct.
Thank you.
And if you have a problem, just send an email. We'll fix them one at a time. I mean, I'm not gonna stop till I get all these squared away. It's not that hard. I don't care if it's one by one. I've never made some professional marketing system funnel. So if someone's saying I'm unprofessional, and I don't, you are correct. Ding, 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 ding. I've never done this, but I promise you one thing: we're gonna get some substantial results, because you're gonna call us the rookies of the year. Then, boom, boom, we're coming big time. So the last thing is, There was some discussion. There's multiple streams of income. Awesome. Everyone here probably should at some point believe in multiple streams of income. It's okay. You know, Bob Proctor says I'm so grateful and blessed that, you know, this is the thing. I have this surfing thing that I confused it with that thing, and I'll say this real quick so you don't think I've lost my mind. When I go surfing, I came up with this acronym based on what Bob Proctor says about multiple streams of income. He says, I'm so grateful and blessed that money comes to me in multiple streams and increasing quantities on a consistent basis. Now, when I surf, I go out there and say, I'm so grateful and blessed that the best waves come to me. I commit, I relax, I keep my eyes on the prize, I work harder than ever, I demand my subconscious mind to perform at a higher level than I know possible. I say it all the time when I'm surfing because my brother's a lot better surfer than I was. And I'm hoping that someday I can at least like almost be on that level. Okay, and that's one way to get my mind prepared. But when reference to multiple streams of income, I recommend you do that. I want us to all, if you're part of this tonight, to be laser focused. The most important thing in your life, if you want to make that sacrifice with me, is going to be the Big Idea Mastermind. Forget about everything else as being some, you know, this should be your baby because that's going to give you the most results. But there was a mention of other streams of income, and they're out there. There's some things that are happening right now in the marketplace that are just, woo, I can't even believe they're happening. Now, in order to structure this properly, what we're going to do is, unless someone comes up with a better idea, is over the next 3-4 days, develop some sort of little, I'm not trying to make this corporate America, you know, craziness, but I want to have some sort of structure, a system, okay? So just because I got something I think is cool, I can't just go blast it to all you guys, but then you can't do it. Okay, that I don't care who made up this idea. I want to be fair. I want to make a lot of money, and I want to focus on helping people. So what we're going to do is put together, let's say, 5 people, a board of people that if there is an idea, a system, a marketing tool, something that can help all of us that comes up, you could submit that idea. Hey, I got this thing. Somebody showed me this. I made money with it, or I started using this. I had results with it, or hey, I got this really, really, really good feeling. Guys, please look at it. The board will be, let's say it's 6 people, okay? 5 people, who cares? We'll figure out a way to do it fair. Just throwing this out there so maybe someone comes up with a great idea. And then if you have an idea and you're like, I want to show this to you guys, you know, you could submit it. If we unanimously say this looks like it can help all of us, add money to what we're doing without conflicting. Don't bring something that's going to conflict with the Big Idea Mastermind because I'm just going to say get out of here. Focus. It's in psycho-cybernetics. Multitasking is like blind bullshitting yourself. The #1 earners, the champions, they don't do 9 things at once. Michael Jordan dribbles, lays up. You know, he doesn't go, oh, hold on, let me go. I want to play basketball and I want to play baseball at the same time. I want to hit and then I want to dribble. He plays basketball for 10 hours at a time, 20 hours at a time. Then he'll go do something else. That's what you need to do with business. Laser focus gets the most results. It's easy to get lost on the internet. Laser focus. If you have a great idea, we're going to submit it, we'll review it, and if it's good for everybody, we'll say, you know, we'll offer it so people can take advantage of it. Does anyone think that that's not fair? Does everyone think that that's okay? Is it?
Hey, that's awesome, man.
I think it sounds good.
Great idea.
Okay.
Great idea.
Sometimes I see this a lot, man, and whoever made the system, whoever made the team, it's cool for them to offer anything they want to anybody they want, for them to make as much money as they want, but it's not cool for everybody else to offer it, okay? So I think that's a little bit weird in my opinion, and I'm so in the point right now that I know that if we do things the right way, it's not, we won't worry about money. We're going to be worrying about, man, you know what? Where am I going to go this weekend? What am I going to do next? You know, I'm going to the Mac store to get myself a couple nice little goodies. I'm going to get myself a nice little ride, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But we're going to do things the right way.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. So anything, you guys, I said about as much as I could. Just so you know, the plans is tonight we're going to start working on getting all the systems configured, and make sure that everybody's on the same page. There was a lot of people who didn't get the email, who asked if they could use this, and yes, anyone can use this for the next month, and we can work together and figure out a way to use this long term as a team. I'm going to go to Hawaii tomorrow. I'm leaving at 9, and I land there at 3, which is 8. So, which would get me to my place at 8:30. Okay, so, you know, I'll send out an email. You guys might have to do a Google Hangout, and I'm come strolling in late. I don't know. But we're not going to stress that. We're just going to, you know, get up there, and it doesn't have to be an hour and 40 minutes long. We could do a Google Hangout for 10 minutes, okay, 20 minutes. They don't have to be long and drawn out every night. I want to get as many things clear as possible. So that's all I could cover right now that came to mind. Gary, I see you raise your hand, and anyone else who has anything to say, and then we'll wrap things up.
I just have one thing to say that I hope will help everybody as well. One of the advantages of our Jam team is that there's a lot of very talented people on this team in lots of different ways, and they share that information in our group. As we've been talking in the Hangout, there's been people producing information that would help with the Get response and some of the things like that. So I think one of the first sources that we can all look to is the group. See what's in that group and who's talking about what, and oftentimes we can get, you know, answers right there. And I think that's a very helpful thing, and I think that's a very good part about this group.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, and it brings me to something, and Paul and I had this talk earlier, that if somebody out there is looking to make, it won't be a substantial amount of money, but you're good at organizing, and you could do some sort of customer service type of deal. Like, you know, I could go on Fiverr. I know about 100 people who need a job. I don't really want to start interviewing people. I just want that person to show up, but it's not always that easy because I don't want to commit to someone and then be like, oh, you know, it's not going to work out between us type of deal. If somebody's looking for something and you feel like you might be the right person, you know, throw it out there, and maybe we can have some part-time work for you, and you can help us make some of these things flow. That would be cool. So I'll put that out there, and yeah. Any other questions, or you guys got, you know, any feedback or anything going on?
I think there's one other thing that kind of comes to mind here. I was thinking that we've even done this here in the last couple of days with some of us that are at the higher level here, at the diamond level, because I'm in pretty good communication with a lot of the guys, and we actually put together a Facebook page where we're sharing some of those tools and stuff that will actually help your Big Idea Mastermind business stuff that, and we made a commitment there to this, and it's a small group, and that we're not going to post garbage there, and we're not going to have stuff that is just whatever that's off the wall. It's got to be stuff that's proven, that you've used yourself, and you can show us the results and write down stuff exactly how it is it's working. Some of them tools are free. Some of them cost money. We left it up to the individuals to say, hey, it's up to you to decide. If you want to spend money on some tools, here's the information. We can tell you how it works. If it's free and you want to use it, you can. It's up to your discretion, and I think it's a great way. And that helps everybody, I think, as a team. We're working as a community here. We're a mastermind group, and we want to help each other. And if there's a tool that costs money that's going to just help explode your business in this here industry, and I'm like you, Steve, I'm a one-minded, focused individual that if it doesn't have to do with this business right here, with the Big Idea, I'm not interested in looking at it. I want stuff that's going to really help improve my business here.
Yeah, I mean, and however it works, I've seen that there's like, if let me give it a good example without saying the name of the company. Let's say that there's a company that you can attract, 10 times as many people as you can with this, and you know that they're going to get started with you all day fast. Then you could get them into your team, and then you can be able to offer them this, which then adds value to what they're already doing. If you have something like that going on, hey, look, guys, this isn't a dictatorship. This isn't a like you can only do this the rest of your life deal. You're entrepreneurs. Do whatever you want to do, but do it with the spirit of I'm not just going to do something to make myself a return. Make sure it helps everybody. It's at least something that could potentially help everybody that plugs into it. So let the ideas flow, and feel like you guys have the ability to open up and work together and offer things. And I mean, the sky's the limit. We can do a lot of damage with this, and anybody who wants to be part of this is available to.
Steven, what I really thought, what I really saw in value of this is the interconnectivity and the sharing of all these different points of view of every people. We got people here from very different industries, very different companies. So when we gather all this knowledge and we empower it, we can create new things and create value for people. So this is an advice for everyone. So join in. This is great. You're gonna love the people. You're gonna love everything. So I just wanted to tell that it's been great, and you'll get the most amazing time of your life. Yes.
Awesome. And somebody, I don't know who it is, maybe you post in the Facebook room, but I got an email. It says, I'm Vick Strizheus. I got started on your Google Hangout. I want to jam. I don't even know how they found all that information because I didn't know you. So somebody here invited Rick. Rick, welcome to the team, man. I mean, we're glad to have you. Hopefully we can actually hear this story tomorrow, because that's, and I got an email saying, hey, I want to jam. I was on your Google Hangout, so it's obviously I didn't get a message. It's one of your guys's. It's somebody's contact. And listen, if we all really get our minds right and you plug in, we could be on an auto rotator of every night at 9 o'clock. You got 10, 20, 100 people showing up to this thing for 4 years, 4 years straight. I did webinars for a company. All I did, I'll tell you right now, I showed up. I knew the business in and out. I offered the opportunity for people to work at home. I thought it was a crap opportunity because I knew that less than 5% of the people actually went back and made money, although it was possible for all of them, because it's hard to plug through. It's a hard industry. And so people wouldn't follow through, although they had the tools and the ability to do that. But the thing is, we did a webinar where people would show up, okay, and you give an opportunity, and you have 200 people show up, and 40 of them pay. $300 they paid. You can start right now and have a business of your own for $25. I mean, that's less than a dinner in most places. It's less than a pair of shoes. I mean, it's less than pretty much anything that you do. It's certainly less than a full tank of gas. But the thing is, like, we can do that. I made a company millions of dollars. The same thing every night by doing one thing, showing up and being you. If you got value, add it. Paul knows how to do things I don't know how to do. Vice versa. Same is true with each one of you. We all have a strength. Figure it out what it is. Show how you can add something to this community, and watch your bank account drastically grow. I appreciate each one of you. I really do, and I am glad that this is it. This is the beginning. This is saved in YouTube. We're always going to be able to go back and look at this, and it's going to be fun to start doing things result-orientated, not just, I think that each hangout would be great if we did like a little bit about who we are and a little bit about how we can take action. We combine those things, and you can see a lot of results. So I appreciate everybody. If there's any last things, let us know. If not, man, I'll see you in Hawaii, and I appreciate everybody stepping up. Send those emails. Let's get these accounts set up. Paul, did you have any better or different ideas in reference to the Aweber and the codes or anything? Did you want to maybe show people right now, or did you send out the video? What do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I can do a quick demo now if you guys want, or
why don't we do this? Whoever needs help, we can arrange some sort of extra thing. If everyone needs help, we can do a little huddle, or we can send you videos, because I don't know, it might only be a handful. And listen, if you don't know how to do it, don't worry about it, but please don't panic. Don't panic. It's all good.
What about get response?
Get response this is the challenge. We have all the emails, but Aweber generates a code, and then it automatically will change your links. Get Response, we're not having the same. We're trying to figure out if somebody knows Get Response, like please.
Yeah, there's no code for Get Response, so you're basically going to have to go in. I have all the emails. I'll give them to you, and you just go in and load the emails in yourself and put your links in on each one.
Okay.
Which I'll just make a training video on how to do that for you.
Okay.
Like 1 hour, if you guys spend an hour, I mean, everything should be oiled. Go through, check your links. Don't send me an email in 3 days. Oh my gosh, my link's not working. It's your fault. No, it's your fault. I promise you, because you didn't tell me it wasn't working.
No matter what you're using, whether it's Aweber or Get Response, you want to know exactly how to use that system. So whatever you do, no matter how long it takes, you have to learn how to use it. So if it takes going on YouTube to figure out how to send a broadcast, then you're going to have to do that. You have to learn how to use the system.
What's cool is it says, Gary just told me Tim Thomas has a YouTube video for Get Response. Okay, so
Sweet.
we're gonna do some updates. Like we're gonna send out an email blast. You can send it to your list. Say, hey, look, I got a gift for you. Here's the gift. I also want to invite you to a special webinar tonight. We're gonna have these people, our Google Hangout, and we'll do stuff like that in addition to the standard autoresponders. But we are inviting people, which I don't even see this in a lot of the autoresponders. I'm on your list. I'm guaranteeing you that. I'm on everybody's list. Vick's on a lot of people. I'm on so many lists. I mean, I got an account of lists. So everyone in the Power Network, I love your stuff. It's cool, man. I'm tapped into it, but I am, seeing that not a lot of people are driving to these Google Hangouts, which I think is a great way for people to connect with you. Okay, you connect with this team, see that you're going to you cannot go outside of the Big Idea Mastermind and get access to Vick's system. It's a $5,000 standalone marketing system that converts automatically, sells for you, automatically does the selling, telling, explaining, upselling, education, everything. And right below here, the link, you get access for $25 and you get tapped into Vick. I mean, where he's doing a webinar and he's conducting it and you get his private information. You get invited to places like Miami on yachts. You get invited to private resorts in Hawaii that we're all going to, and you can lock arms with us. That's your choice. I think there's a lot of value here. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. I appreciate each one of you, and we'll see you again soon. Okay, guys? Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks a lot, Steve. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the work, man.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good
Thank you,
evening.
Gary. Thank you. Juan, I appreciate you. And thank you, Adalia. I appreciate each one of you.
Thank you so much, man. It's been great.